All right. Hey, hello everybody. This is Ralph with Daily Motivation from the Tarot. A look at the Lover's card. We are coming up on Valentine's Day in about 3 days now. And I thought the Lover's card, well, I'm taking the cards in order. We're going from the major arcana, and we started off with the Fool. Now we're at the Lover's card. But it's just neat the way this is working out time-wise, because, yeah, this is a good time, this week to be talking about love, relationships, and cards like the Lovers. But now, with that being said, the lessons that we can learn from the Lover's card are not necessarily limited to the field of love and relationships. All of the cards of the tarot deck can be applied to multiple areas of life. And when people first start reading tarot, they'll make the mistake of thinking that, okay, certain cards only have something to say about love and relationships. Certain cards only have something to say about money and wealth. Other cards only speak to activities, like the creative realm, the realm of thought. And actually, every card in the tarot deck can cover all those areas and a lot more. And I've seen beginning tarot readers that would be trying to do a reading, and they'd be doing a business reading, and then they'd throw out a lot of cups, cup cards, cups pertaining to matters of the heart. And they think, okay, well, this is an indication that we need to shift the question from the area of business to love and relationships. And that's a common mistake, but one that we need to correct, because these cards can apply to any area of life. And one key lesson that we can learn from the Lover's card, whether we're talking about relationships, whether we're talking about business, whether we're talking about love, money, career, whatever, one key lesson that is summed up in this card is the golden rule. Whatsoever you would not want done to you, do not do that to another person. And when people conduct their affairs with the golden rule in mind, it can make them a lot more successful in any field of life, and it can make them a far better person, a far more pleasant person to deal with than a person that is just totally narcissistic, self-centered, and only wants, their own power, their own pleasure, their own monetary gain. Dealing with a psychopath that is only concerned about their own welfare is not a very pleasant thing to be doing, and we need to be aware that other people have feelings, and it's best to go for a win-win situation in life rather than in a situation where you dominate another person or another business. And I saw this in business a few years ago. I was working for the world's largest retailer. I'm not going to name the name, but you can probably figure that out for yourself. But I started in that company as a low-paid employee. I had my resume in for management. And I thought, if I start at the ground level, work my way up, start out as a cashier and let them know that I'm interested in front-end management and upper management, that this would be a good path for future growth. And then I got into the company training and figured out what the company philosophy was. The corporate philosophy of that company was that they wanted to dominate the competition. And by that, I don't mean they wanted to become the most powerful company on the face of the earth. They wanted to utterly destroy the competition. They were going scorched earth in their business philosophy. They wanted to drive other companies out of business. They wanted to be the only retailer in the United States, quite possibly the world. And they were making moves back in those days. This was close to 20 years ago. But I mean, they were making moves that were designed to make them come out on top and to utterly crush the competition. And we're not just talking about little mom and pops. A lot of mom and pop stores have been destroyed by this company over the last couple decades or so. But I mean, they were also going after the bigger companies. They wanted to be the last company standing when it came to retail, just the retail industry, let's say. And they were wanting to cover everything from baby cribs to caskets. And that is no exaggeration. We were going through their online catalog, and one guy was pointing out, you can buy a baby crib, you can buy a casket, you can buy everything in between. And that's what this company wanted to do, drive out every bit of the competition and just be the last company standing. That's not the golden rule. That's the reverse of the golden rule in business. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. The golden rule that I'm talking about, that we can learn from the Lover's Card, is whatsoever you want done to you, do that to other people. And what you don't want done to you, don't do that to other people. Don't just engage in personal relationships thinking about your own pleasure, your own gain, your own power, but think also of the other person. Enter into partnerships of equals. Enter into partnerships where, you're able to humbly admit, okay, my company, if it's a business that you're running, then have the humility to be able to admit, I know a lot when it comes to frozen foods. I don't know a darn thing about funerals and caskets. So I'm going to focus on food quality, and push out all that stuff. I'll let the other guy down the road take care of the funerals and the caskets. That's not what the company that I was working for 20 years ago wanted to do. They wanted to totally dominate every market. And I mean, man, if you entered into a personal relationship, let alone a business relationship, with that kind of an attitude, I could see where a person could be married, divorced, married, divorced, married, divorced, multiple times over. Because that's a very psychopathic mindset to be in, where you want to dominate other companies, other people, and just be the only power on earth. Yeah, that's very Third Reichish or Fourth Reichish way of thinking, in my opinion. And man, that's just not a good place to be, mentally, spiritually, or otherwise. So a lesson that we can learn from the Lover's Card, whether we're talking about personal relationships, family relationships, careers, businesses, keep the golden rule in mind. Whatsoever you want others to do to you, put that energy out into the world and let that energy come back to you in its own due course of time. But yeah, don't just be going through this life thinking about only yourself. And there are a lot of people out there that do tend to think only of themselves. They're focused on their own pleasures. Sometimes they're focused on their own fears. And we tend to isolate when we're focused on our own fears and things of that nature. And that's not a healthy place to be. We need to learn to open up more, break out of our shells, and start opening up to other people. And that will help us thrive and bloom in personal relationships, in love and romance type relationships, even in business relationships, where you got the concerns of the wider community at heart, not just your own company, not just your own business. So yeah, you can be a lover in many different respects. You can be a lover when it comes to, romance, business, politics, anything. So yeah, the golden rule, a good lesson that we can learn from the Lover's card. Now, what I'm going to do for the rest of this space is I'm going to deal out 2 more cards. I've got the Lover's card already pulled out. Going to deal out 2 more cards. And I'm going to mix those suckers up so I don't know where the Lover's card is. And I don't know the name of the other 2 cards either. There we go. Got that pretty well mixed up. Going to deal out a 3-card spread. And just to demonstrate how the Lover's card can be used in a reading talking about something other than love and relationships, I'm going to ask a business question. What do I have to do this week to expand my home-based business? So let's see what the cards have to say. We've got a 3-card spread going here. First card representing the past. Interesting, the 9 of Rods. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck here. No, you can't see it, but if you know what that is, you got a little picture in your mind you can go with right now. But the 9 of Rods, indicating an end, a successful conclusion, and seeing things through. Completing your tasks, completing your job. And this is a weakness that a lot of people can have, is that they'll start something, they may start multiple projects at the same time, but not carry any of them through to conclusion. A lot of people like to start projects, but they don't like to finish them. The 9 of Rods card says, okay, finish what you started, see it through to a successful completion, carry that energy into the present situation. And now the second card representing the present situation is the Lover's card. So again, completing your projects, but doing it in a way that focuses on the other person, focuses on the needs of the people that you are working with. If you're in a position where people are coming to you in your business, asking advice, asking for help, and you're just focused only on getting paid commissions, getting paid fees, however it is that you get paid. If that's your primary focus, rather than helping out the client solving their problems, you're not going to be very successful. So the lesson that we can learn from the first 2 cards, the 9 of Rods and the Lover's card, complete what you start and carry the project through to completion, not just focused on your wants and needs, but focused on helping satisfy the needs of others, taking care of the needs of the people that you work with. And so the third card here representing the future outcome, beautiful card, Justice. A reminder that for any project, for any business to succeed, it cannot be based on deceit, cannot be based on treachery, cannot be based on the backstabbing, narcissistic attitude that we want to destroy the competition, bury them, and sell them the caskets to bury their business with. No, it has to be built on justice. Doing to others what you want others to do to you, taking care of other people, your employees, your society, your community around you. Because a strong community is built up of strong individuals, strong families, strong businesses, and you got all that going for you as a community. You've got a nation that can really stand up to anything. But when you weaken the family, you weaken the individual, you drive out all small businesses, then yeah, you've got a society that is going to be sick, unstable, unhealthy, and probably leading to the brink of chaos, if not going over the brink of chaos. So the overall lesson that we can gain from these three cards, the Nine of Rods, the Lovers, and Justice, pertaining to the question, what do I need to do this week to expand and grow my business? Complete your projects with the thought of helping other people out, not just getting commissions, not just collecting fees, but helping your clients, and do it in a just and fair and reasonable manner. Don't sacrifice yourself too much by cutting your prices to where you're not making any money. But also make sure that when people are paying you the value that you want, namely X number of dollars, that you are giving them the value that they need and want in their life too. And basically, great products, great services, great advice. So yeah, finish what you started. Keep the needs of others in mind. Keep the golden rule in the forefront of your mind, and take care of other people as well as yourself in a just way. And you build your business on justice. You build it with a good, solid business plan with other people in mind and in heart. Then yeah, you can build a business that will thrive through anything. So that is the reading for this session. Hey, thanks everybody for dropping by. This is Ralph signing out. We'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to cover another card. This one is going to be the Chariot card. Lessons that we can learn from the Chariot card. Have a great day. We will catch you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central. Till then, take care, and we will talk later. Bye-bye.